Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead has already provided an embarrassment of riches by the time its third act rolls around. From zombie tigers to speed ramp slaughter to Tig Notaro rocking a Swisher Sweet. And then, just when you think there are no more surprises in store, a miracle of life occurs. Or more accurately, a miracle of zombified undeath. Army of the Dead introduces a fresh take on the shambling corpses that we all know and love. Namely, the movie's alpha zombies, who are faster, stronger, and more intelligent than their lesser brothers and sisters. The alphas are the de facto main antagonists in this new undead world, with Snyder recently describing them as zombies that have taken another step. Suitably then, these highly adaptable creatures are seen getting up to all kinds of shenanigans, including a few you might not expect from the ordinary undead. Case in point, after the beheading of the Alpha's queen, her drooly boo, Zeus, takes her lifeless body somewhere private. Zeus then mournfully roots around in his beloved's torso, with his other zombie pals close by, presumably for moral support. But just what is that wily old zombie looking for in the guts of his one and only? Why, a luminescent blue bundle of undead fetus, of course, which he gently cradles in two cupped, desiccated hands. And while that certainly answers one question, it also raises so many more. Here's the big one though. Where do zombie babies come from? There's not really a delicate way to put this, but it may have more than a little bit to do with zombie mommy and zombie daddy loving each other very much. At least that's what Zack Snyder had in mind when he introduced the idea of zombie children to his latest movie. In a recent interview with Esquire, Snyder was asked the big question: how are zombie babies made? Ever the detail-oriented director, Snyder replied, "Well, I believe that some zombie love happened, some sweet zombie lovemaking." Then, in what can only be described as the world's fastest retcon, he added, "I don't know if it was sweet, it was probably pretty aggressive." Snyder continued, "My theory is that the zombies in our movie are working toward not needing a human host to procreate their species, if you will. That's the ultimate evolution. And if that still seems a little vague for your liking, fear not, because Esquire's interviewer knows what we all need to know. When they strayed up as to whether the zombies in Army of the Dead like to get busy, Snyder replied, "Yeah, unfortunately we don't see that, but yes, I think theoretically they do." And just like that, movie fans around the globe found themselves wondering if Zack Snyder really knows what the word unfortunately means. But hey, there's some good news here for the Walking Dead themselves. After all, children are often seen as an opportunity for new parents to undergo a little self-reflection and even become better people. Maybe the ability to procreate could afford these zombies a chance to really think about what they want from life. Maybe they could change their eating habits or consider finding employment in a field that doesn't involve groaning and chewing on people. Maybe they can even learn to love.
I don't see nothing wrong with it, but I know that some people would see something wrong with it. But he's my husband, you know. I still love him. I've still got the ring on my finger, Trisha.
Probably not though. Still, one thing is for sure, the zombie baby in Army of the Dead isn't actually Hollywood's first go-round with undead infants. However, things don't really go smoothly when a movie chooses to introduce the spawn of the dead. For example, in his pre-Hobbit days, Peter Jackson made the deeply weird Dead Alive, which featured a truly disturbing zombie baby. This isn't even the first time that Zack Snyder has plugged a zombie baby into his work. 2004's Dawn of the Dead, the director's feature film debut, also featured a short-lived zombie tyke. But that one doesn't exactly turn out great either. So what do you think about all this zombie baby business? Maybe we should just chalk this all up as a failed experiment and let the zombies get back to eating people's brains rather than each other's faces. Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more Looper videos about your favorite movies and TV shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.